ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו. The Torah tells us in the beginning that God did many things, but it starts out like this. God did something, and there was light. And then it says, and there was evening, and there was morning. There is darkness, and there is light. There is good, and there is bad. And we have to choose between good and bad. There is sweet and bitter. There is hot and cold. There is preoccupation, and there is peace, tranquility. There is pleasure from your children, and they are the ones that can cause the greatest pain, as every father knows. So why do we have a world with these things? Why isn't the world just light? A world where everything is good, not cold or hot, maybe medium temperature. Why do we have to choose all the time? It seems that only inert things, things that don't move, that don't grow, they don't have to choose. But if you want to grow as a human being, you have to choose. Jacob has a dream. Angels go up, angels go down. Why aren't angels in one place at all times? He who has a life of tranquility, a life of equilibrium, he is also bored at the same time, because living means to face challenges, to try to overcome difficulties in this world. The Torah tells us that Jacob, our third patriarch, had a very tumultuous life, with his brother, with many things, with his children. Finally, toward the end of his life, the Torah says that Joseph, one of his sons that became second to Pharaoh, invites him to come to Egypt where there is no problem of food, and the last years of his life, Jacob spends in the land of Egypt. What did Jacob do the last years of his life? The Torah is silent. He didn't do anything. Everything was fine. Before, he had problems with his children. He had problems of food. He had different difficulties. But the moment that you cease to have challenges, well, nothing happens. The brothers didn't behave very well with Joseph. They tried to sell him as a slave. They lied. They did all sorts of things. But later on, they were sorry for what they did, and they became great leaders. They became the patriarchs of 12 tribes. Adam started out by sinning, by disobeying God, but then he did teshuvah. Then he felt bad for what he did. In other words, in order to grow, somehow you have to be able to choose, because if you have never violated the law, you really cannot appreciate what the law really means for the progress of society, for the progress of human beings. The Torah says that one of the sons of Jacob, Yehudah, the fourth son, he married a woman that is even nameless in the Torah. She's just the daughter of a man by the name of Shua. But he had a great misfortune. 2 of his 3 sons die. So when Jacob wants to send his son Benjamin to Joseph, because Joseph requested it, he only trusts Judah. Why does he trust this Yehudah? Because Yehudah had already suffered the loss of 2 sons. So Jacob thought, maybe this man, who already knows what it is to lose a son, will watch over my son, because he knows what tragedy really means. And I think that all our heroes find difficulties and challenges, and they overcome them. That's the only way to grow. In a world where everything would be good, maybe there would be no growth at all. Years ago, many decades ago, there was a rabbi named Joshua Liebman. He wrote a book called Peace of Mind. That book was on the New York Times bestseller list for over a year, because people are worried, they have problems, and he taught you how to combine maybe psychiatry with religion, how to attain peace of mind. Yet my teacher, Rav Soloveitchik, once said, that is not a Jewish idea. A Jewish idea is to confront problems. Jewish living means that you always have some kind of difficulty in front of you. You have to overcome it. And by overcoming it, by resolving a problem, you actually grow and you become a better human being. Why didn't God create a world where everything is good, where there is neither cold nor hot, there's a temperature that is pleasant for everybody? Why do we need sweet and sour? Why don't we have something that has a great taste? Because maybe then we wouldn't appreciate taste at all. We appreciate the sweet because we know what sour means also. We appreciate joy because we know what difficulty is. We appreciate health because we have also been we had to face illness in our family. So this is the world in which we live in. It's not a world of tranquility. It's a world of challenges. But remember that with every solution that you bring to a problem, you become a better human being.